Make sure that we're going real quick. There we go. What is cracking up? This is Lone Warrior. We are back on Cold Steel, where I picked up last night. We have finally returned to the school, and it seems like things are sorting back to normal. This isn't Crow's room. This is Eustace's room.
Something on your mind, Eustace?
For the first time in a long time, no. I'm just taking a short break.
Wow.
Looking over an endless sea of documents can be rather tiring on the eyes.
You don't say.
Oh, are those the tax reports you mentioned?
Ordinarily, this would be my father's work, but His Majesty has yet to decide his fate.
So that means it's all fallen to
Rufus
him.
hasn't so much as glanced in Berea Hard's direction since he took his new job in Crossbell either. As such, the task falls to me.
Yep.
Man, I knew everyone in our class had it pretty rough right now. You've got it roughest, no contest.
If my ego had its way, I would boast that filling in for my father is a simple and mundane task. But on top of the paperwork, I'll need to manage the provincial army and oversee the province as a whole.
Damn, on top of school?
Then there's the matter of keeping the most stubborn of the nobility in check. I don't expect the first 6 months to be pleasant.
Oh, and that's putting it mildly. The nobility are rowdy as they come.
The fact that you're already thinking 6 months ahead is pretty impressive as it is. Standing in for Duke Alberea like that must take some real confidence. I know you'll manage, though.
That much is obvious.
So humble.
What is it?
It's nothing. In the days to come, more people will be relying on you than ever before.
How do you make this
But
about
no
me?
matter who does so or what they ask, do not lose your pride as a noble. Act independently, your head held high. Maintain your pride and your autonomy, and I'm sure you'll be fine.
Thanks. I promise I will.
I'll hold you to that.
He might be a noble, but Eustace is good people. Guys.
Are you finishing up your painting, guys?
Yeah, this is my last one.
Last one. Wow.
I want to make sure I'm completely satisfied with it before declaring it finished.
That's understandable. You're going to keep painting once you're back at home, though, right?
Well, I don't know how much time I'll have to set aside for it, but I intend to keep working on it, bit by bit. There's growing reason for concern in Calvert to the east of the Highlands.
And that definitely is going to
But
take
all in all,
precedence.
things are more peaceful now than they were. I should be able to focus on painting my magnum opus.
Oh, is it going to be of Nord? If anyone can make a masterpiece of the Highlands, it'd be you.
Definitely.
That wouldn't be such a bad idea.
So, that response indicates that that's
Actually, I was intending to paint a picture of the Academy, its students, and the courageous.
Aw.
You mean...
Now you're getting it. I want to capture the day we liberated the Academy, and once I've finished it, I fully intend to return to Erebonia with it in hand.
Do it.
What better way to forever memorialize this place as my second homeland?
Man, you really are amazing. Well, if you ever need reference materials, you know who to call. I can get pictures of anything you might need and send them over. I know you're talented, but that's a lot to paint off of just your memory.
That's true.
I'd appreciate that.
Is he wearing flip-flops? Sandals. Close enough. Alright, so let's use this room. I've forgotten whose room is who. This is Marcus.
Hey, Machias. Working hard or hard?
Probably working.
I'll stop you right there. Of course I'm hard at work. Just look at the size of this book. If I can't internalize as much of it as possible while I'm here, I'm doomed to failure from the start.
And this is one of your new textbooks? Man, Heimdall's political academies don't mess around, do they?
So is he going to post
You'll be the
school?
youngest person there, right?
Most likely. I'd normally need to have graduated from Thor's with a bit more experience under my belt to have gotten in.
I think he's gotten enough experience in the battlefield.
There are
as
a
it
few
is.
Thor's grads there already, though. They take some every year. And as you might imagine, the recent political upheaval has the place swarming with applicants this year.
Yeah, but you've got real.
The entrance exam was hard enough on
it.
its own, but that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Can't say I envy you. Still, I know you're going to be just fine. You're so smart that you can handle any subject they throw at you. Growing up with your dad should give you a leg up
Yeah,
on the politics,
Good
too.
point.
Yeah, no pressure there. Honestly, there are times when I think diving into things head first like this is a giant mistake.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just, I know we're probably going to both be really busy with our own lives come spring, but let's make time to have lunch together once in a while or something. Okay? Studying is all well and good, but even I need a change of pace every now and again.
I think that can be arranged.
Aw, even Monkeys has come around.
The train from here to Heimdall only takes a half hour. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't hang out sometimes.
Then it's a date.
Ba 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 ba. Elliot, there we go.
Hey, Elliot. Taking care of your violin?
Yeah,
Tuning
it's
or
taken
playing?
care of me over the past year, so why not return the favor? I'm actually planning on giving a few of them to the academy before I go.
Oh wow.
Just to make sure next year's first years have something to practice with.
So he's probably getting
That's
all
really
tuned up.
generous. And sure to make a lot of people happy.
Yeah, instruments are freaking expensive.
And you'll finally be heading off to a music academy just like you always wanted. I bet they'll push you pretty hard over there, too.
I don't doubt it. I'm going to need to be all music all the time if I want to stand a chance at keeping up.
Yeah, well, everyone else is gonna feel
Though,
the
to
same
be
way, I'm
honest,
sure.
after all the time I've spent here, I don't really want my life to be completely about music. I love it, obviously, but to be a balanced person, I want to have a bit more variety in my life, like I had here at the academy. For one thing, I don't want to get too rusty with my orbital staff.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
I hope everything works out for you.
Yeah, his staff,
Thanks.
his healing
Me
magic,
too.
it's been a big support. I want to be able to do what I do without it.
No, it's nothing. Either way, Heimdall and Trista are really close, so don't be a stranger, okay? I know you're gonna have tons of work to get through between your classes and your missions, but
Don't worry, I'll make time. I'm sure we'll have plenty of chances to see each other. There's still a ton of Heimdall I haven't seen, too. You'll have to show me around next time I make it over there.
you bet.
Before I go any further, this was Crow's room.
Here's Crow's room. I think I'll stay away from it for now. I feel more like going around and talking to everyone.
Alright, Milliam's up.
What's up, Milliam?
Oh, hey, Reen.
I love the fact that no one cares. I'm just sort of wandering around aimlessly, barging into people's rooms. It's fantastic.
It's nothing. I just feel kinda down.
Are you sick or something? That's not
Yeah.
like you.
Yeah. I was just thinking about how everyone was at dinner time. Sharon's food was really nice, and we all seemed like we were having a good time. But I don't know. It was weird, like we were all upset but didn't want to let it show. It's been bugging me.
Oh, so that's why. You really have grown so much these past few months. And not just mentally. I think you've gotten a little taller, too.
Maybe. About 2 rage or so? Judging by my specs, I'm not gonna get much taller than this, though. I'm Mini Milliam forever and ever. But you never know. Maybe I'll grow up to have boobies so big, I can use them as a shelf like Emma's.
Ah, poor Emma. You're ragging her for that so much. Personally, I'm not opposed to them.
Something wrong?
Nah, not really. So, you've got a new mission starting next month, right?
Yep, I've gotta go see how things are over out west. Duke Cayenne's been arrested, but it sounds like things are still pretty nuts over there. Oh, but guess what? I might get to go out to Laburl and Remiferia soon.
Cool. I don't know where Remiferia is,
What is it with you and blabbing classified information?
though.
Well, whatever. Just promise me you'll take care of yourself. Be sure to keep in touch. I'll always be right there when you need me, okay?
Righto, I promise. That goes double for you, mister. If you need me to bust
Sure.
you out of a jam, just
It gets
say the
tight, it
word.
seems. Yeah, welcome. Glad to have you here. I honestly thought that I was coming close to the end, but it turns out that is not the case. Oh, Sarah's in a room? That's unusual.
Something on your mind, instructor?
You could say that. I've been mulling over how things are going to be come next month, but all this soul searching's giving me a headache.
Let me guess, you need a drink.
Well, it'll probably feel strange being back with the guild for the first time in 2 years.
Oh, yeah, this
But
gotta
I
be
bet
weird.
they'll be glad to have you back.
Oh yeah, she's a
Things are probably
huge
going to be
asset.
rough over there. even with you taking up the bracer life again.
No doubts there. I can already see plenty of traveling abroad in my future after what happened over in Crossbow. And I imagine it'll keep getting harder and harder for us bracers to operate here, too. What's with that sad puppy look? There's no reason for you to feel ashamed of what you've chosen to do. I'm proud to have a student like you who can stand up and make the tough choices life thrusts on us.
Thanks, instructor. I'll try to just grin and bear it for now.
Attaboy. Sticking it out through the hard times with a smile will put you on the fast track to becoming a great man. Just make sure you don't try to shoulder too much. All that'll do is turn you into a jaded grump. Everything in moderation, okay?
It's weird seeing her actually taking a mentor position seriously. That's very unlike her. She needs a drink.
Thanks. I haven't joined the intelligence division, and I have no plans to. I'm gonna keep responding to their requests, but only if I'm comfortable doing what they're asking. And I can promise you, I'll never do anything that would put me in conflict with the guild or put innocents' lives at risk. I don't know what the future will bring for me, but that's the creed I want to stand by.
It's a good one. Do it.
I know. Don't worry. No matter what happens, you'll always be my student.
Aww.
So go out there, live your life, and grow into such a heartthrob that I won't be able to take my eyes off you.
So that's her angle. Of course it is.
Well, I'll try.
Jeez, even... I guess even the teacher's feeling a little on the lonely side. Hey, Fee's turn. Oh, it looks like
Are those seeds you got there?
Yep, Adel gave them to me. They all came from the plants we grew in the gardening club. I'm just looking at what kinds there are here.
Oh, cool.
Really? That's really nice of her. It's kind of like you can take everything you've achieved over the past year with you.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to join a club until Adel found me relaxing and invited me. But I guess it wasn't so bad.
She is probably the chillest. Head pat, no.
Don't you worry. I'll be sure to check on the gardening club every once in a while just to see how things are going. It would be a shame if all the plants you've spent so long looking after were to wither and die.
It doesn't matter. Even if they do, they'll eventually bloom again somewhere else. Kind of like us.
When you put it that way, I suppose you're right. What's wrong?
Nothing. This one and this one should be okay too.
She gave Rain a handful of seeds.
What are these for?
They're the easiest ones to look after. You can try raising them if you want. Don't worry if they wilt or anything, though. When I've found the others from Zephyr, I'll come back and check if they're still blooming. If they are, you get a pat on the head.
I don't think you can reach my head.
Hey, I thought the head rubbing was my job, but I'll give it my best shot.
Alright, Lisa's turn.
Feeling sad about leaving the lacrosse club behind?
Yeah, I was really into it by the end. I think it'll make for some wonderful memories to look back fondly on in the years to come.
I can imagine. Does that mean you're not going to keep up with lacrosse and Ruhr?
I don't think I'll be able to. As far as I'm aware, there aren't any local teams I could join.
Aw, I mean, you could.
And even
create
if
a
there
league.
were, I doubt I'd have the time for sports. Just thinking about how busy I'll be makes my head spin. No, scratch that. Being busy is all the more reason I need to make time for exercise.
Yeah,
There you go.
good luck with that. Helping out with the Rhineford group sounds like a recipe for one all-nighter after another.
Yeah, no kidding.
Not just yet, actually. I won't be helping until Grandfather shows me the ropes. As I am now, I doubt I'll be able to do much at all in the way of rebuilding the company.
Nah, that's alright.
But you can bet I'll leave
Don't worry.
Mother speechless with how much progress I've made in a year's time.
You know, this is a personal vendetta for her. She is
I'm sure you
determined to show
can
her
if you
mother
put
up.
your mind to it. And I know Sharon will always be willing to help you out if you need her.
In fact, Sharon will know what you need from her before you do.
She probably would, but then she'd just tell everything she did to Mother.
And then, yeah, and then she'll report it. I mean, that's how she do.
Elisa?
Don't worry about it. I was just thinking about how blessed I am. I've got a wonderful family, a great club I'm part of, all of you as my classmates.
Oh, right. It took me a long time to realize the same thing, too. We really are one and the same.
Yeah.
Oh.
Elisa.
It's nothing, honestly.
Wasn't
I'm just
expecting a
feeling
tear.
a bit emotional all of a sudden. I don't know what's gotten into me. Nothing's wrong, though. I promise.
Happy tears, perhaps?
But
Still, let's both make the most of our free day tomorrow. It's the last one we'll ever have as a class. The last thing any of us want to do is end it with regrets.
yeah, agreed. Let's make it a day to remember for both of us.
Sweet. Next up, oh, Laura.
What are you looking at, Laura?
It's you, Reen. I'll show you.
Aw, picture.
Oh, you and Monica got a picture taken together? You both look so happy in it, too.
That we do. Someone in the photography club kindly offered to take it for us. I thought it would make a fine souvenir of my time at the academy to take away with me.
My mirror's on that being Rex. Oh well, it's a nice photo, and he got permission. For once.
Yep.
I never expected you and Monica would get so close.
That's a good tie into the last game.
Between her and Fee, you kind of have a knack for becoming the best of friends with the ones you bump heads with first.
Please don't say that.
It's true.
I'm truly grateful to both of them for broadening my horizons. Meeting them enriched my life in ways I could have never pictured before. Truly, coming to this academy was one of the best decisions I've ever made.
I didn't realize we'd made such a big impact on you.
Well, you did. And don't mind me, I'm just feeling a little emotional. This isn't like me at all now, is it?
No, things are changing. I think it's kind of going around.
There's no harm in a few tears, I suppose. This will be my last time I can relax before my training, after all.
Yeah, you're not gonna get much rest in with the training you've got lined up.
That's true. I don't think anyone trains harder than Laura.
I won't be learning the Arcade School's advanced techniques with training any less intense.
I mean, I don't know if she does at this point, I'm not entirely sure, but if she does intend to inherit the title of Radiant Blade Master, she's got a long road still ahead of her.
I have no idea where we'll be conducting said training, but it will no doubt be as perilous as it will be dangerous.
I had to spend a month in the Isengard range as part of mine.
Oh,
I
fun.
don't think a month's going to cut it with what you're doing, though. It goes way beyond your average techniques.
Indeed. I'm anticipating that it will take at least half a year, if not more.
I would guess more like closer to a year and a half.
Father's going to be with me. But with things as difficult as they are, part of me feels guilty for taking up his time.
I don't blame you. I mean, that's kind of fall into the sphere of parenting, though, so...
I don't know
There's
about
that.
that. I think him agreeing to train with you shows how much faith he has in your potential.
Also has the heir of the Arside school. I also think there's that aspect
Besides, in a lot of ways, this might be the best time to do it.
That is very true.
What's wrong?
Nothing at all.
as well. It seems the entire class is saying
Regardless, I'd love to come and visit you should the opportunity present itself. And if it does, I'd like to formally request a duel with you to test how much the two of us have grown.
that. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if Rin can handle it, though.
Let's not kid ourselves. We both know who's going to win that duel.
And it ain't the boy in
But
this
your
case.
invitation is all the motivation I need to get plenty of training in myself. And have you beating me too badly.
At least gotta put up a fight.
I hope you will.
And she didn't even deny it. Oh, oof. How's that a blow to the ego, huh? Alright, Emma's
Emma?
turn.
What are you doing?
Seriously, writing.
Oh, hi there, Reen. Well, Dorothy and I decided that we're gonna put together one final collection of stories as a club. Since then, I've been working on a story for the students who will join the club next year.
Oh, that sounds neat. Wait, if Dorothy's involved...
Oh no, it's gonna be totally 18 plus, isn't it?
The content is totally appropriate for children of all ages,
Okay.
I assure you. Admittedly, Dorothy's own story sounds like it'll have a few of her favorite literary elements, but all in moderation, she assured.
Uh-huh. See.
Not that I'm one to judge. So what kind of story is it?
It's supposed to be a fairy tale. I can't pretend it's 100% original, though. I borrowed some elements from a story I heard as a child.
To be fair, it's not really anything 100% original anymore.
It's going to star a golden unicorn and a pure-hearted maiden. Or at least, that's the plan.
Sounds interesting. Can I give it a read when you're done? I'll still be here next year, so if I see any first years who seem like they'd enjoy it, I'll recommend it to them.
I have to confess, I'm a little embarrassed to let anyone see it, but the whole point of a story is to be read. I was talking it over with Celine, and she seems to agree that there's no real need to worry about Vita's safety.
Oh, where'd that
Even
come
for a
from?
witch, she was always incredibly powerful, more than capable of looking after herself. So, if I were to stay here an extra year, then start searching for her after that...
Emma, we talked about this, right? As much as I'd like you to stick around, I think it's better to take care of the opportunities that won't wait. You only get one life to live. You have to make the most of it, instead of feeling obliged to hold back for someone else's sake. That's as true for me and all our other classmates as it is for you.
I suppose you're right.
I guess the nostalgia.
It's clear that something's still happening beneath the surface here in Erebonia.
Oh, no doubt.
Something not even Vita had foreseen. And I'd bet anything it involves the Divine Knights and the mysteries surrounding them. I want to discover the truth behind those mysteries, and I want to see Vita again.
I guess Emma's still not able to fully remove her attachment.
That's how I feel deep down. And that's what I think should be my purpose going forward. But that's not the most important reason I need to head out on that journey. The most important thing to me in the world is still you, Reen.
Aww.
And I want to uncover the truth of the Divine Knights for your sake, just as much as for myself. After all, the legends surrounding them have been at the heart of so much of the trouble we've had to endure.
Yeah?
That's why I'll get to the bottom of this and come back with the answers you deserve. Until then, stay safe and be well.
Thanks. I will. And the same goes for you. I'll be looking forward to the next time I see your smile.
Likewise.
She's all red. Aww. Alright, this is Lisa. Wait, what's here? See. And this is Laura, right? And Emma. I think that's all of the girls. I think I'm missing someone. Miriam. Sarah. Alright, so I guess I've talked to everybody here. I wonder if I can talk to Sharon. Assuming she's here. I don't know if she's here. Let's find out. If she is, she'll be downstairs. Talk to Sharon and Celine too? Yeah, that's the idea. Oh, there she is. Oh, she's shocker. She's napping.
Oh, there you are. You look bored, Celine.
So, normal then?
I guess I am. My work's done at this point. I feel like I aged a few decades as soon as the war came to an end.
Oof.
Come on now.
Feels a bit strange to be saying it after the fact, but you fought pretty well over in Crossbell.
Well, thank
You've
you.
really mastered piloting Valimar.
I'd like to think so anyway. I feel like I could pull off just about anything with him now. And to think, I couldn't do half as much with him when I was first starting out.
Yeah, you leveled up really quick in terms of Divine
You do
Knight
realize
skill.
you just admitted you were totally useless, right? I wonder if you're gonna be okay without us, you know? Valimar must have drawn the short straw to end up with a budding awakener like you.
Ouch, that's harsh.
Thanks for worrying about me all the time, Celine.
Excuse me, what makes you think I was worried about you?
Just about everything. From what I can tell, you've always worried about me. Back in the beginning, when I didn't know anything about piloting, you were always there to guide me through our battles. I doubt I would have ever come this far if you didn't have my back. So, thank you. For all of it.
Why do you always have to be like this?
Anime protagonist syndrome. We all got it.
I feel for Emma. I really do.
I was just trying to thank you, you know. I didn't have any ulterior motives for doing it.
Then don't make it sound like you do.
Well, fine.
I
Rude.
swear, if you ever hurt her, I'll never forgive you.
I'll probably claw my eyes out too, to be honest.
There are parts of the legends passed down in the clan that not even Emma and I know about. But just
wonderful.
bear this one thing in mind. Divine Knights have incredible power, and they can become devils just as easily as they can become gods.
Yeah, like the one in the Valflame Palace.
Don't worry, I know. And I won't forget. Anyone in my position needs to know the difference between right and wrong. I'm well aware of that.
That's fine then. Anyway, good luck, I guess. If you really need it, I can always come and help out.
Alright, Sharon should be there. She is.
Oh, good evening, Master Reen. I thought you had already retired for the evening. How would you like for me to put together some supper?
I appreciate the offer, but I think I've eaten more than I should have as it is. Your cooking really is delicious, Sharon. I was starting to miss it after not having it for so long.
It was my pleasure to cook for all of you again, so I pulled out all the stops with this one. Seeing all of you happily indulging my handiwork always makes every second of preparation worth it.
Please hold. Aha! Sorry about that. I saw a spider. Ah. I was not about to let said spider continue living. Spooked me a little bit. It's okay.
Is something the matter, Master Reen?
Oh, I was just thinking about how you haven't changed a bit. I'm not sure it's my place to ask, but is everything all right over at Ouroboros? I can't help but wonder after how things turned out. Vita seems really shocked.
I'm afraid I haven't a clue. No word of what's been happening in the society has reached my ears since then.
Interesting.
I have no idea where the second Anguis is now, nor do I know what happened regarding the Phantasmal Blaze plan after the Chancellor declared he was taking it over. And quite frankly, none of it is my concern. The answers won't change who I am, and it won't suddenly cause me to shift priorities.
I guess that's the important
I
part.
am and always will be a proud maid of the Rhineford family. Not because of the freedom we enforcers are granted, but because that is simply who I am. Much like how you being the Ashen Chevalier doesn't change how you are also a proud member of Class 7.
That's a good thing that makes me confident that I'm not going to have to fight her going forward.
I suppose you're right.
I definitely don't want Sharon as an enemy.
And no matter what happens to you in the future, never lose sight of who you really are. It's almost time for me to return to Ruhr. But should you ever need me again, I will gladly rush to your side.
And she'll be there before we know that we need her.
Thank you, Sharon. I'm glad you can stay here for a while longer.
Alright. That should be everybody. And we're not going to be able to go out at this point. Yep, see. Alright, so we have Celine, Sharon, all the girls, Sarah, all the boys. Alright, I guess that's that then. I feel satisfied and we can continue. I guess we'll turn on the radio. Oh yeah, Vita's no longer running the show anymore, is she? That's weird.
In finance, the annexation of Crossbell has seen shares in Erebonian companies increase at an exponential rate across the board. And despite the Rhineford Group announcing sweeping changes to its board members, its strong forecast for the next fiscal year is...
Sweeping changes?
It's time for the start of a brand new program here on Radio Trista, coming at you promptly every Sunday. I call it Abend Time after the word for evening. Might be a little cliched, but sometimes simple is best, right? Clichés are clichés for a reason, after all. Anyway, my name is Misty, and I'll be your host.
I wonder where Vita is now. Yeah, considering the fact that she was an opera star and a radio diva, like, it makes sense how she was able to do everything given her position as a witch. I get the feeling she actually enjoyed doing Advent Time, but it's not like she could have ever kept going after all this. Huh? I wonder who that could be. This hour? Hello?
This is you, isn't it, Rean?
Police?
Yes, it's me. Sorry for calling you like this so late in the evening. I'm not bothering you, am I?
No, not at all. I'm just not used to you calling me. Are you calling from school?
Yes. I wasn't going to, but Her Highness insisted.
Of course you did. That child is such a meddler. It's impressive.
It'll take some getting used to, but it's nice to be able to hear your voice even when you're so far away.
I was pretty surprised when I heard your voice too. You weren't really one for phone calls back home either.
I didn't have any specific reason for calling. It was just that the letter you sent about your return from Crossbell arrived today.
Oh. That was fast. I only sent it a couple days ago. I'm sorry it had to be a letter. I was really planning to pay you a visit, but it didn't work out.
Oh, please don't apologize. I know how busy you must be now. Believe me, I was just happy to hear you were back safe and sound. Your trip must have been exhausting. By the sound of things, you did an excellent job, too. I'm so proud of you, Rean.
Thanks. I didn't do all that much, though, really. Half of what the Imperial Chronicle is reporting is massively overblown.
If you say so.
Is something wrong?
No, not at all. Regardless, now that I've heard your voice, I feel a lot better. So I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your night now.
Oh, I just realized the picture on the shelf to the right is dusty. Right. Night, Elise. I'll come and see you as soon as I can, okay?
Oh, there's no need for that. Good night, Rean. Sweet dreams.
Huh? She seemed somehow odd. Well, she's probably just nervous talking on the phone. It was kind of awkward for me when I started using one too. I wonder if that's all. Tomorrow's going to be my final Friday of the year. Guess I should do all my prep work for next week today so I can make the most of it. Another beautiful day in Trista. Alright, what have we got? Angler management. My brother and I are having a fishing battle that I'm gonna need your help to actually make it happen. So if you get the time, we'll be at the fishing spot in Trista. I've got a plan on a brand new show here at Radio Trista, but I'm gonna need your help to get the first broadcast just right. You've got time to make radio history, meet me at a Trista radio station. A bunch of students are helping us put on a flea market. We haven't got as much to sell as our staff would like. Mind remedying that? Stop by my store. Give you the particulars, please, and thank you. Ladies and gentlemen of Class 7, it's time to finally settle which of our classes is superior. In the academy field, fully equipped and prepared to defeat. Oh, Patrick wants to battle. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. You've been getting pretty good at riding my old bike. Good enough to pique my curiosity. I'll settle once and for all which is the better rider. There's only one way to do that. Oh, Angelica wants to race. Alright, so the battle against Patrick and the race against Angelica are required. What else are we doing? Pretty fitting for the last 3 days of the year, too. It's only about 9 in the morning, so I've got plenty of time to work through everything. Let's get to work. report quests, speak to Toa in the Student Union building. By selecting report progress, you can receive rewards for any quests completed. Alright, so the radio station is this way. I'm gonna head there first since it's probably closest. Or one of the closest. Michael, good to see you again. Oh, you're here. Great. Really has been a while, Reen. Last time I saw you, you weren't even famous. Haha, what do you say? Want to give Radio Trista an exclusive interview? I'll pass. Besides, at the end of the day, I'm just a student. I don't want to be made into some sort of national hero. Oh, I'm nuts. Fair enough, I guess. It's not what you're here for anyway. You're here to help out with the new talk show working on for Radio Trista. New talk show? Finally replacing Advent Time, huh? Gone before its time, truly. I still think of it as a success, though. So I want to take what we learned there and put it into a new show into the same vein, to establish the talk show genre. See, this new one's got a theme to it. Towns. Focus on different towns or cities in every broadcast. We're going to try and get to the heart of what makes each city we visit great, straight from the locals' mouths. Our first show is going to be a test case. You're going to need your help with it. Fine by me. But since you're asking me, I take it the first town you'll be covering is Trista? That's right. Our own backyard. Hopes that this place got way more famous after the war. It's gonna do wonders for our ratings. New shows live and die on those numbers. So the radio stations, actually. Battle at Heimdall gave us a boost, but our listenership isn't what it used to be. So now's our chance to win them back their hearts and ears from those bastards in Imperial Chronicle Radio. Yeah, should have seen this coming. Unfortunately, we don't have anyone who can replace Misty, which doesn't exactly help matters. But, even though we're not ready to air just yet, I want to get a feel for how the show is going to work as soon as I can. So basically, I want you to come around and get comments from people of Trista about what makes this town great. Sounds like something you can do for me? Not a problem. But do you have any guidelines for me? Or should I just go around asking everyone I see when they like how they like this town? I sure do. Why don't we limit to 5 comments for now? And diversify a little, too. One from an elderly, one from a kid, one from a worker. And given that we're kind of a school town, one from a student and one from a teacher should round things out nicely. Try and get a hard-working first year for the student comment. Someone who won't mess with us for the teacher. Got it. It sounds like a good mix of people. I'll see what I can do. Thanks. Let me know once you've got all the comments we need. Best of luck. Yep, we've done this one before. Gathering comments and stuff for the radio. That's nothing new. I do need a comment from an elderly person about habits nothing if not elderly. Great explaining of collecting comments to make what makes it just a great new radio show. Comments, you say? I've got my fair share of those. Hopefully I can give you one that works. Fingers crossed. What makes Trista great to me? I'd say it's because this place has a unique sense of vitality. You can see it at key points in the school year, like these too. Being able to share major milestones of all these young students' lives bring me a joy that couldn't be found anywhere else. It's a really interesting perspective. I suppose it makes sense coming from an elderly person. I can hardly wait to meet the new students who will be here in just 2 weeks. Oh, I'm rambling now. Was that helpful? Absolutely. Thank you very much. How nice to hear. I do hope it ends up in the new show you mentioned. There will be one more review on the table in the station after collecting all the others. Review on the station. Oh, cool. Thanks for the heads up. Alright, we have our child comments. I bet Tyler will give him a good comment for the child category. Meanwhile, Tyler was collecting comments on what makes Trista great for the new radio show. I really get my comment read on the radio show? Well, in that case, I'll have to give you one. If you wouldn't mind. Let's see. I think the thing that makes Trista great is its pleasant and relaxing scenery. In spring, you've got the lino flowers. In fall, you've got the falling leaves. Each season is beautiful in its own way. This goes to Heimdall too, so I think everyone should come and look if they get a chance. How did I do? Was that okay? Oh, I just knew something was gonna mess it up somehow. No, that was perfect. Thank you for sharing. Well, if you say so. Alright. Oh, be a hard worker. Howdy, Ring. You know, sometimes I feel bad about how much we shopkeepers ask of you. Sorry about that. Seriously, it's no sweat. I actually find it kind of fun. This is the last free day of the year too, so I might as well make the most of it, right? Time sure flies, doesn't it? You really have been doing this for a whole year now. Still, this is no time to getting on this game thinking about the past. You've got work to do. So let's get to it. Sounds good. The request said you needed some help with the flea market stall, right? Something about not having as many items to sell as you were hoping. You got that. The market itself is a joint effort between us merchants and some of the students. But the whole thing is kind of being tossed together on short notice. People haven't had much time to donate items for our stall. That's a shame. After all the work that's gone into it, I'm sure everyone wants the flea market to be a big hit. Excuse me, stop that. You can't stay open very long if your stall doesn't have much to sell. Hit the nail right on the head there, Ring. So what I want you to do is go around and see if you can find anything for us. Think you can help us out one last time? I can't say no to that. But, how many more items are we talking about here? Well, one more would be appreciated, but two more would be ideal. But more than that, and you'd be my favorite person in Trista. Might not be easy to find anything, though. I mean, as brief as the window was, we did already ask people to donate. And I guess most of the people who just had stuff on hand to give us already done so. I get you. After I sniff out some items I got ignored for whatever reason. Probably. I don't even know where to start. I'll see what I can do, though. Thanks. I'm counting on you. Alright, so that's actually for the flea market. I thought that was for the comments. I mean, we're still gonna do it anyway, so it's all good. And then we have Mitch. Whoa! Lumber Blitz is making a comeback? Now that's promising. Good to see you again, Mitch. Back in the horse-racing saddle, I see. Don't get smart. But yeah, now that the racetrack's open again, I'm back in my element. I'm really glad I told you kids to go out there and get that winded. I don't want to live in a world without the spring races. You're welcome. Look, I can tell you ain't happy about the whole hero thing. Just try and take it one step at a time. You can't exactly run away from being Ash and Chevalier. You might as well work on dealing with that burden. Yeah, you're right. Elamar is a part of my life now. So it's time I start thinking about what that means for me from here. Good. Don't get started just yet. This is your last free day of the year. You're not gonna waste time worrying. Take the day off. I think I might. If anyone in this town has stuff they can't sell to save their life, it's gotta be Mitch. I wouldn't be surprised if he has something to donate to the flea market. Maybe I should ask. We didn't ask Mitch if he had any items that could be sold at the flea market. Kid, I run a pawn shop. Why would I want to donate my stuff to a flea market for free when I can sell it to some sucker here? You raise a good point. My business is booming, I'll have you know. If you want something from me, you're gonna have to give me something in return. See, that's the beauty of capitalism. There's no way this isn't at least one thing I'll never be able to sell. I wonder if there's something I can do to cheer him up and make him feel a little more generous. Yeah, man, I can't wait for the spring races to start. I'm gonna have to win big and kick this year right off. Oh, good. More irresponsible gambling. I'm not surprised. Still, that'd be a good starting point. Maybe I can try and find something horse-related to give him. Interesting. Oh, yeah, let's expect curious. What do we got? Only munchkies. And I'm out of money. And I don't have anything. Can I sell something? No. Wait, trade? I've got 99 units here. Nice. So, here we go. Can I part with anything? Saw some of my old weapons. $6,000, jeez. Broke the bank nearly. Freaking hell. Something horse related, he says. I'll probably find something in the stable. Oh yeah, this is the fishing battle. Hey Kenneth, and Annabelle too. It's good to see you, Reem. So you saw our request. I saw it, yeah. I wasn't quite sure what it was actually requesting, though. Mind clearing things up for me? I guess that makes sense. You've been away from Trista for so long. Where do I start? I'm sorry, this is really all my fault. Aha! Come on. You know that's not true. My brother's just being a pain. Yep, still lost. I guess I gotta fill you in on a few things, huh? So basically, our parents set up an arranged marriage between Annabelle and my brother. Well then. Really? That's right. Grandma's been harassing her about when she's actually going to walk down the aisle, though. As you can imagine, she's not exactly thrilled about all that. If I may be so bold as to interject, Lady Annabelle was not even informed of this arrangement until after it had been decided and agreed upon. As one would expect, she was thoroughly shocked when she found out. She even went so far as to run away from home. Is that why she was randomly... No, I thought it was from the war. Which in turn had a stark effect on her once elegant personality. I had no idea. Well, I had been gone for nearly a year. I feel as though some of the fault rests on my shoulders as well. But as such, the engagements cancellation become realizable. I will do everything I can to make it happen. Wait, you think it's possible to call this off? And maybe. Obviously, the first thing I did was ask my parents to call things off, but they wouldn't listen. The only response was, it wouldn't do to insult a man of the Empire for no good reason, whatever that means. So, with the escape route closed, I figured I'd try the man himself and see if he called things off. My brother, charming that he is, wasn't having any of that. He gave us a similar line about nobles not going back on their promises, and that was that. I imagine his greatest concern is our respective families' social statuses. I think the Lakeport family is only a baron, while my father is a viscount. I get it. He's worried that not going through with the wedding would be an insult to the family of higher status, huh? And this kind of stuff makes upper class society a real pain sometimes. You're telling me? Marriages of status and convenience often take precedence over those of love, money, or nobility, that much is true. But for my part, I wish nothing more than Lady Annabelle's happiness, and this arrangement certainly isn't that. So, with that in mind, I decided to talk to my brother one more time. Eventually, we managed to reach a very Lakeport compromise. We'll settle this with an old noble tradition, the fishing battle. Aha, now I get it. Fishing battles are split into two parts, right? Obviously, the main events between the two active challengers, or captains in this case. Before that, they've chosen vice captains face off. So that means, it took you a while to get there, but you got it. Team captain, I'd like you to fish as my vice captain. I asked Annabelle to compete, but that seemed kind of wrong? I don't know. Conflict of interest, perhaps? Yeah, I figured as much. You guys have both done a lot for me, so I'd be happy to help out, but do you really think I'm up for this? I mean, Annabelle's future's on the line. But I fished with you enough to quicken my boots when I hear the name Lake Lord. I used to think I knew my way around a fishing rod. Now I'm feeling awfully rusty. I'm sure you'll be fine. You can get that rod back in your hands and you'll be landing big ones again in no time. I'm not going to pressure you into doing anything. So if you want to pass, just pass. Still, what do you say? Let's do it. Why not? Let's get fishing. I don't know if I'm up to snuff, but if you believe in me, maybe I've got this. Thank you so much. You have my humblest thanks for We're doing this for Lady Annabelle. Definitely got this. Together, we're gonna save Annabelle from this wedding of hers. I know we will. I'm so grateful for the both of you for helping me out like this. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. Roughly 10 minutes passed. Eventually, Lake War 3 and its vice captain emerged, began to make their way towards them. Oh geez, we got the fancy guy with the sunglasses. That tells me everything I need to know. Well, look who it is. It's been a while. You haven't changed a bit. You seem as lively as your bait, I see. How splendificent to meet you, and to speak with you again, Kenneth. Good to see you in high spirits, Narcissus. What do you say we dive right in? No sense of lollygagging around. This spot will do, I suppose. Bishop Trista, rejoice, for I have returned to graze your waters with my line once more. So that's the heir of the Lake Lord family. Definitely seems a lot more noble than you do. No offense. But how's he already familiar with the fishing spots around here? Well, he is a Thor's grad. Alright. Guess if he loved fishing as much as you do, he'd probably know this city from back to front. Lady Annabelle, how simply splendid it is to see you again. I hope that you were suitably entertained by the spectacle that is about to unfold before you. Thanks? I'm sorry that my selfishness made you come out all the way here. Please, there's no need to apologize. This is entirely the fault of my foolish brother needlessly complicating things. I swear on my family name that I will defend our marriage. There's no need to worry about your pretty little head. Yeah. So I surmise that you are Kenneth's vice captain. Who am I? I'm the delectacular, styliferous gentleman Narcissus, or you might know me by my alias, the Crazy Wave. Not only do I hail from the Imperial Fishing Club led by Lake Lord III, I am one of its exquisite Elite Four. Allow me to offer you my most enthusiastic contrafibularities. That's the best I can do. I have no idea what the hell is these. Where the hell he makes these words up is beyond me. It must be hidden like his eyes. I'm being the chosen to face me today. They are battle-beast splendorumtuous. I'll do my best too, I think. What a commemorative attitude. Mark my words, young man, you will go far. Did they pay this guy by the word or something? Yeah, his particular vocabulary is quite painful. Well, now that we've exchanged our greetings, I'll get right to explaining the rules. The goal of each part battle is the same, catching a designated fish. First, the vice captains will compete. The team who is vice captain catches their first fish will enjoy the advantage of starting the second round early. I see. Sounds like a fair battle format to me. Any sealed angler should be able to guide a capable vice captain, after all. The outcome of this battle will determine the fate of your arranged marriage. Are you absolutely certain you wish to proceed with this, Lady Annabelle? I am. I'm prepared to accept the outcome no matter what it may be. And you're sure? In that case, we're going to fish like we've never fished before and make sure you're happy. Oh, and by the way, what fish will we be catching? Our vice captain will be attempting to catch a noble carp. I assume you were being rhetorical when you asked what we'd be catching. The giant swordtail is the only acceptable choice. Perhaps the big guy, huh? The most elusive fish in Trista. I've heard rumors myself. A huge 250 red orange swordtail who survived decades of battles. If we caught him, we'd be able to stuff our faces for 2 whole weeks and still have some left over. Lady Annabelle, please. If you wouldn't mind acting a little more ladylike with the nobility, it would be very much appreciated at this delicate time. Now that's the Annabelle I know. Well, like you said, you're going to be catching a noble carp. Use all the garment you like, but I don't know how much you have on you. Take some of mine. Awesome. Thanks. These are really come in handy. You leave the area before you catch your fish, but we'll be in trouble if they catch the fish first, so don't wander off. Nah, no sightseeing tours for me. I guess I should get started. Good luck, Green. We will quietly and respectfully cheer you on. I see you've completed your preparations. Well then, let us the battle commence. May the best man win. Vice captains, assume your positions. I feel like there should be a battle thing going on or something. And begin! Round 1, Vice Captain Battle. Control Reen and catch a noble carp. Let's see. I forget what it looks like. I don't think this is it. Come on, almost got him. I feel like it'd be too easy to get on my first try.
Catch.
I don't want it. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, 7 minutes. Alright, let's go again. Ooh. This looks promising. This is a tough one, though. We got a real fighter. Call it the thumb dance because I'm going all over the damn buttons. This guy's everywhere. There we go, got him.
Whoa, this is a
there
big
he
one.
is. Got him. 2 of them. Ooh, not bad. Defeat it by 30. Nice. I did it. I caught one. Preposterable. Has someone finally conquered the crazy waves? The winner of the Vice Captain battles is Master Reen. Most impressive. Shows your second well, it seems. Well, Thor's has some pretty big fish nowadays, so I figured I'd show a little school spirit, you know? Haha, did you now? Presuming you mean to imply that your own angling abilities not surpass my own? We'll find out soon enough, won't we? That we shall. Whew. Nice to know I didn't let our side down, at least. Not a chance with fishing like that. Made that look like shooting fish in a barrel. A little extreme, don't you think? I assume the pun was intended. Narcissus is obviously really good at this. I'm sure he'll catch his in a minute. Magnificorious! The embodiment of Piscean beauty has come to me at last! Narcissus caught his fish 3 minutes after your Vice Captain caught his. Means you got a 3-minute head start, Kenneth. Sounds good. I'll get started. Hey, if you don't mind me asking, why do you care so much about this marriage in the first place? I thought you didn't care anything other than fishing. Maybe you finally mature, you'll understand. That's helpful. Look, I'm not about to tell you how to live your life. But I'm also not going to let you ruin someone else's either. Oh my. I would ask you to refrain from talking during the secret battles such as this. It's also the only thing that matters here. I hope you haven't forgotten that. My bad. Sorry. Time for me to go land and have the big one. So am I gonna control him, or is it gonna be a cutscene? Milady? Is something wrong? Not really. It's just that he never seemed to have a care in the world. Yet all the time he was thinking about me. Meanwhile, I was only ever thinking about myself. I haven't been showing him the respect he deserves. To him, this battle is a serious affair and he's fighting with everything he has, but me? To me, it was just some tease ordeal. I just wanted to have behind me as soon as I could. I'm so ashamed. That's nonsense, my lady. I understand how you feel. But save your apologies for later. Right now,